Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Memocano, and today we're going to be showing you another checkmate. Now this checkmate is one of the more unique ones because it has a special place in my heart. When I first did this checkmate, I had never heard of this checkmate, and I was able to find the move in the middle of the game, and it was how can I say? I was excited. I became elated when it happened. It came out of nowhere, and it was a beautiful checkmate. Very satisfying to do. As in the previous videos, I'm going to be showing you a few scenarios, and then I'll get into an actual game where I did it, where it came out organically in the game. So this checkmate is called the hookmate. And if you wait till the end, you'll be able to see the actual game that I was talking to y'all about in the beginning, and y'all can experience a little bit of my excitement as well. So as you can see on the screen, we're on lichess.org, and under Learn, Practice, Checkmate Patterns 1, you'll find 3 hookmates: hookmate number 1, hookmate number 2, hookmate number 3. And so I'm just going to get straight into it. The hookmate involves the use of a rook, a knight, and a pawn, along with one blockading piece to limit the opponent's king's escape. In this mate, the rook is protected by the knight, and the knight is protected by the pawn. So as you can see, the pawn, the knight, and the rook, and the king is positioned specifically here, and that's a checkmate success. As you can see, here's the next one. Here it's going to require a sacrifice of a rook, then the rook comes, and then we have 2 knights protecting it. And in the third one, we're going to sacrifice the queen. The king moves up. I have a rook on the e file. It goes all the way to e8, and then the king moves, and b8 is checkmate. So that's the scenarios. Now we're going to jump right into the game so that y'all can see the one that I actually accomplished. In this game, I'm actually using another website than I was before. It's called chessigma.com because chess.com was giving me some issues, but it's the same nonetheless. So here I'm playing a man from Lithuania. He is rated 963. I was rated 908 at that time, and we played a good game. As you can see down here, we played a lot of best moves, a lot of excellent moves, one blunder each. There was some inaccuracy, some mistakes, but otherwise it was a good game. And so I'm going to go ahead and start. As you can see in the top right, he played with a 76% accuracy. I played with an 83.3% accuracy. He played like a 1200. I played like a 1300. We both punching above our weight class. Thankfully, I got the better of him. But what you really need to stay... what you really need to look forward to is that end game, that hookmate at the end that is just absolutely beautiful. I truly enjoyed playing this game. I remember feeling the after effects of the game for 2 to 3 days and just how elated I was. So here he starts with e4. I do my Carl Khan, and the game is on. Here I'm attacking his queen. He protects by moving the knight. He's ready to castle. I take in the middle. We trade queens early on. in this game, which makes it a fun game sometimes because you have to use other resources other than the queen. And we continue. I've developed 2 pieces, but I still have 2 pieces waiting to be developed. He's developed 3, and he's ready to castle. I'm not ready to castle at this point. He doesn't castle. He moves his king up. If he didn't kill my bishop, he protects the weak pawn, and then I castle. I retreat my knight. He gives me a rook. I have finally finished my development. All of my pieces are developed. My rooks are connected. My king is safe in the corner. His king is not safe. He hasn't developed one of his pieces, and his rook is completely useless in this situation. So here he's moved his knight into a forward position. He's attacking my rook. I'm going to have to move my rook at this point unless I take with the bishop. Actually, yeah, he just gave me a free knight here, and I take. Nice. I capitalized on that situation. He's finally developed his final piece, but I'm up. The computer says that I'm 5.5 points ahead. I move my knight. He takes. I take with my bishop. I put him in check, so I take with tempo. I take. So that move does 2 things. It takes and attacks the king. And now I continue pushing my pawn forward. Protect. I attack his bishop, but his bishop is attacking my knight, which is insane. He protects his bishop. What was I doing here? Okay, so I take one of his pawns. He still hasn't taken my... Oh, okay. So here he forked my rooks, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna make you make the decision. I'm gonna leave both of my rooks in place, and I'm going to start taking your pieces. Just simple as that. I finally attack his bishop. He takes. I take. He enters my side of the board by taking a7 with his rook. And at this point, we're halfway through the game. We still got plenty of moves. This is a 15-minute game, so there's plenty of time that we had to think. And so I really like the structure here with the bishop on c4 and the pawn on b5, because that protects itself. As you can see, the bishop is protecting the pawn, and the pawn is protecting the bishop. Unless he attacks with a pawn, that's basically a structure that's going to remain in the rest of the game. As you can see here, he's attacked. He's moved to the 7th file, but my knight is protecting g7, so I'm not too worried about it. And I actually really like the gameplay here. I do blunder, but he blunders as well. So I take his pawn, he takes my pawn, I attack his rook. And I'm about to make it great. So he takes my bishop, I take his bishop. He attacks my king. I move down, and then move back up. And so I protect this next move with my knight, which was a nice move that I found. And then I start moving up. So here's where the game starts to get interesting. My knight is on f5. My knight is on f5, and his rook is kind of not doing much there, really. He moves his king to h3. I start moving my pawns up. He attacks my knight. I block with the rook. He doesn't want to take. Now I move my rook to d4. I protect my pawn with my king. So this is where it starts to get interesting, because I'm setting up. What did we say at the beginning? We said the pawn, the knight, and the rook are coordinated and working together in order to perform the hookmate, right? And so my knight is finally attacking the king. He attacks my knight. I attack his king again. I attack with my rook. Now he's threatening my knight. I move back to e2. He moves his pawn down, and now, as you can see, I'm blocking his pawn from moving forward. I've put my knight on f4, which is being protected by the pawn, right? He moves his king up, which is an inaccuracy here. I move my rook up, which is an inaccuracy, but I'm looking to kind of attack from behind, maybe g1. That's what I was looking for. Now he moves his king to h2. I attack it with d2. And so here, this is where it happens. This is where the hookmate happens. This is what y'all have been waiting for. This is what I have been waiting for to relive. And so I attack his, and look at his rook. His rook is doing nothing. It can do nothing. He moves to g3, and that's a mate in 1. I'm pretty sure at some point I missed a mate in 2, but here you have it, a hookmate. I think my heart was beating pretty fast when this happened, and I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about this. I challenge you all to winning with a hookmate, and if y'all do, post a link down below, and I'll look into it, and I'll feature it on the channel. This was a lot of fun, like I said. But thank you all for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if y'all liked the content. Give me any feedback in the comments as well. I appreciate y'all watching. Peace.